when we had last left Dar-Lei, the hero of Kvatch, and the spellslinger of Cyrodiil. He claimed Frostcrag Spire as his new home, a magical tower full of magical things. Well, not so full of magical things yet, but will be very soon. And there he dropped off the sniveling sycophant to watch after the place, take care of it, keep it clean, dust off the cobwebs and all that good stuff. While he went off and dealt with more Fighters Guild business. Specifically, taking care of a contract that one of his fellow guildmates has appeared to default on. And now he has to head back to Skingrad and check in with his guild brother and decide what to do next, whether to cover for him or rat him out to the dark elf who gave him this job. He's inclined to cover for him. Let's go ahead and do just that. So, oh shoot, where am I going? All right. So normally I would do a little thing where I leave this cave first and kind of pick up at the city, but as it turns out, I want to talk about some behind the scenes things. If you're not interested in my behind the scenes talk, then you can jump forward to about the part to when I'm in Skingrad. You can skip over this bit. I really don't mind. I would completely understand. And man, I need to recharge my weapon. I would completely understand if you choose to do that. Oh boy. May have to spend some coin and get it taken care of, huh? Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. At any rate, so it's been a little bit since I've played. I do have quite the backlog built up, but I did take a little bit of a break after the last episode. And in between now and the last episode, when I tried to boot up Oblivion, I was having an issue where it was just dropping, like on the loading screen itself, it was dropping, it had frozen, it was dropping so many frames, no music was playing, the animations weren't playing, so I had to update my drivers. Oh, audio cut out. That's nothing new though. But I had to update my drivers, and then I had to go through the whole thing where you delete this old save data, had to boot up Oblivion again, and get my graphics settings back to where they were before, which actually took a little bit of doing because I wasn't quite sure about where certain things were, so I had to fiddle around a lot, and I actually ended up getting a lot of ghosting visual effects when I was trying to fiddle around. So yeah, I had to do a lot of adjusting with Oblivion Remastered after the most recent the most recent update, the most recent game driver update. Is this my horse? This is my horse. Fantastic. So yeah, that's what I had to do, and it was okay. Took a little bit of doing, but we got it. I got it to where it needs to be. There is still a little bit of ghosting that I can see, but yeah, that's got to be something that I fix later. I'm sorry. So this episode, you're gonna see a little bit of ghosting. If you don't know what that is, if you look at the way that the back of Dar-Lei, that Dar-Lei's armor is blurring a little bit. Oh, not so bad now. Ooh. Yeah, there's a little, so I guess there is still a little bit of ghosting going on, but it's not too, oh my god, it's so distracting. I'm going to not look directly at Dar-Lei. It was especially egregious when I was swinging around my character, when I was swinging a weapon. And actually, truth be told, it was with a completely different character. So I need to have a look at what even looks like a Dar-Lei. Sorry, we're doing a little test here, I guess. It's fine. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. There's a little bit of ghosting in third person, but it's not too terrible. Now I'm trying to remember if it was like this before and I'm just completely misremembering, or if it's just really standing out to me now that I'm aware that that's what it's called. Now that I'm aware that it's called ghosting. I only learned that kind of recently-ish. So, it could be that now that I know what it is, I'm a little paranoid and I'm just kind of looking for it. That might be what's going on here, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get into roleplay mode now. So anyway, let's go ahead and refresh ourselves on where we were. So we recovered Brennus Astus's journal, and we need to speak with Maglir or tell Modron Orion, the person who gave us the job, that the contract is now completed. So we're gonna speak with Maglir first and let him know what we're gonna do. Now, Dar-Lei's gonna cover for him. Not out of any special loyalty, but just because he kind of resents Modron Orion a little bit right now.
Are starving. Please help.
He resents Modron Orion a little bit, truth be told. And, yeah, he doesn't like taking orders from a dark elf. And so he's gonna do Maglir here a solid.
You're still around. I've told you why I defaulted on the contract. Not too much else to be said about it. Do what you must.
Well, don't you worry. I'm gonna actually... Well, let's talk about the journal a little bit, Maglir. I got it.
You found it, huh? Mm-hmm. Good work, I guess. Well, take it back to Orin then. He can pay you on the contract. Tell him what you want about me.
Don't worry, I'm gonna cover for you.
Thanks. I'm not trying to shirk my duty, but it used to be 2 or 3 men would be on this. I like the guild, but I've got a family to consider.
Fair enough, I suppose. I really just want to dick over Modron Orion a little bit, truth be told. Whatever is right. I just want to dick over Modron Orion a little bit. So I think, unless we have anything else to do in this area, which I don't think we do, unless there's a Ayleid ruin nearby. That was on the list. Not really. Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else for us to do in the nearby region aside from maybe some Oblivion gates, which we don't need to do an Oblivion gate right away. You know what I do want to do actually? Let's stop by the Mages Guild and get our weapon and pay a little bit of gold to have our weapon recharged. So, we're gonna go ahead and report to Modron Orion after we get our weapon recharged. See what else he has in store for us, if anything. There was that dark elf in the city, but Dar-Lei was just so fed up with having to was just so frustrated with having to take orders from a dark elf that
Your bravery is the talk of Skingrass.
Oh, thank you.
Well done.
He was just so
Bye.
he was just so frustrated with
honored
the fact that he had to take orders from a Dunmer that he just didn't even want to hear out what that other guy was saying.
You want me? You sure?
So
Always keep your magical equipment charged.
there was a Dunmer who supposedly had some work for us. We might go ahead and
Farewell.
see what it is. He made it sound like there was some money in it for Dar-Lei, which Dar-Lei now has to refurbish Frostcrag's Spire, so a little bit of cash wouldn't hurt. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and fast travel back to Chorrol. Oh, I don't even have it checked on, do I? Unfinished business. That's what we want checked on. So we're going to go ahead and fast travel back over here. All right. Let's go ahead and report back to Modron Orion. Let him know that Maglir totally completed that contract. Which, by the way, do I have anything I need to sell off? I'm sorry. These are all things that I would usually do in between videos, but I just keep forgetting. I did not. All right, I need to put that away. Know that much. I don't think I really have anything I need to sell. I will say, though, that we seem to have gotten our carry weight pretty darn high again. See, this is how long it's been that I don't remember much of this stuff.
To you.
Good afternoon. They say that Oblivion gates have...
Oh, that is loud. I think what we'll do is once we get this next job and we check in with that other Dunmer who sounded like he had some work for us, we'll go ahead and
Why are you talking to me? Shouldn't you be finding Maglir?
see if we did take care of that Oblivion Gate or not. Yeah, about Maglir.
So, I assume you've dealt with Maglir. Tell me about why he defaulted on his contract.
Modron, you were mistaken.
You've got the journal. Good. So, what happened in Skingrad?
Modron, you were mistaken. He did not default. He completed the task. I'm just delivering the journal on his behalf.
He didn't. This doesn't sit well with me. Not well at all. Still, the job got done. Let's hope your friend Maglier has learned a lesson here.
Yes, sure. Any more work for me?
Back for more work, are you? Good. Some of our boys are causing trouble in Leowin. Looks bad for the guild.
What do you mean they're causing trouble? What are they doing?
Some of your brothers have been getting rowdy at the local tavern. I've got no problem with cutting loose, but I don't like it when we all look bad. You're looking for Relian, Vantus Prelius, and Dubak Groshok. I haven't had any trouble with them before, so find out what's going on.
All right. Sorry, I bumped my mic a little bit there. I've had to move the mic like directly in front of me when I'm recording, otherwise it doesn't pick up my voice sufficiently. But this is the risk that I run. I'm very handsy when I don't have to have my hands on the keyboard. So,
I'll be waiting.
Yes, you keep on waiting. All right, let's go ahead and check in with the other dark elf here in town who supposedly had some work for us. Curious to see what it is that he's got.
Well met.
Okay. He mentioned something about
Rashida has
some more
new swords in there.
something that could be profitable for us.
I've always been.
And then we'll have to check in on just make sure that I did take care of that Oblivion Gate. I feel like I did. I feel like he said he was staying at the Oak Enclosure. See if I'm right about that. Ah, yes, that would be the bastard himself. Hello, Fathasulis.
I may have a bit of a proposition for you involving the Germain family you so recently assisted.
I might be interested.
You have decided you have time to listen to my tale after all. It is a good one. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Very well. Sure, I'll listen.
Excellent. Curiosity should never be denied, is it not so? And who knows, my story may prove profitable to both of us once it has come to its end. My tale actually begins with the father, Albert Germain. He was once in my employ, or should I say, the employ of my organization. He was very good at obtaining things that people did not want to part with. A professional thief, to put it bluntly. He was assigned to obtain a very valuable item for me. He succeeded, but decided to keep this item for himself. An unfortunate decision. He fled from Chorrol with his family and was never heard from again. Only his small son Renaud was found, wandering alone in the wilderness. Naturally, my associates and I believed he had perished. The wilderness is, after all, a dangerous place. No place to take your family. Then, these many years later, voila, the brother reappears. It seems the rest of the family did not die in the wilderness after all.
So what is it that you want me to do? Get to the point.
Indeed. What is the point of my tale? Albert Germain builds Weatherly way out in the middle of nowhere. He was a thief, not a farmer. The only reason to establish such a place would be to stay out of the Chorrol Guard's sight. I believe that the item Albert stole, which rightly belongs to me, was hidden at the Weatherly settlement. Unfortunately, the notorious Redguard Valley ogres ransacked the place and probably took all of the loot back with them. If you were to obtain this item somehow and bring it to me, I would pay you very well for it. I can get you started by telling you where the ogres live. The rest is up to you.
Tell me a little bit more about Albert Germain.
There isn't much to tell you about Albert Germain. He was one of my best, and he got greedy. The rest is history.
I see. What about the family itself?
Gilbert and Renaud know nothing of their father's past deeds. If you want to tell them about it, suit yourself.
They may be better off not knowing, truth be told. So, tell me about where to find this stolen item.
I do not care to describe it. You will know it when you see it, I think. It is not something one of the ogres should have in his possession.
Okay, you still haven't told me where it is.
I do not care to Beware. The Redguard Valley ogres are not known for their hospitality.
Did you really tell us where it was and I just completely missed it? sins of the father. A gentleman named Fathus Ulis has told me that Albert Germain, Reynald, and Gilbert's father stole a valuable item from the Thieves Guild many years ago. He's offered to pay me well to return this item to him in Chorrol. Fathus believes it's now hidden inside of Redguard Valley Cave, which is marked on my map. Okay, I missed that part of the dialogue. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and take care of that first before we head down to Leowin. You know, might as well. We're in the area. And Leowin is much further south. So, I see no reason to rush down there. Besides, this could have an immediate payoff for us. And I bet that he's going to pay us better than the Fighters Guild is right now. Ah, I did not take care of it. All right, well, that answers my question. You know what? Before we deal with the matter of retrieving the stolen item, let's go ahead and take care of this gate to Oblivion that's opened up in front of the city. There we go. Take the Void Salts. Gonna go first person. All right, it's one of these bad boys. Should be easy enough to handle. Let's do a little bit of, well, no, we don't need to do any healing. We'll be fine. Okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and... Well, actually, no, we should use this.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, Fire Blasts. Let's go ahead and actually heal up a little bit. Let's get Heal Major Wounds. All right. What do we got? Hi there.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So we gotta do... Let's run up this little spire. Gotta get that open. So, all right. Now we need to head back outside. This is the most efficient way of handling this kind of gate. Head back outside. Hurt ourselves a little bit first. Drop here, we'll be okay. Where's the door? There it is. Oh, do I want Daedra Teeth? Nah. Okay. That thing is trying to blast us, but that is a-okay. Run past these. All right. There we go. Easy peasy. Take that stuff. Okay, so now we need to go into this tower here. Oh, something wants to kill us. Very well. Give me some magic, by the way. Oh, I actually got paralyzed. I didn't absorb the magic at all. Oh, shit. Oh, that time I absorbed the magic. Thank you for the magic. Wonderful. Well, the paralysis didn't last very long at the very least, so it's okay. It all works out in the end, right? Right. Okay, what do we got? Oh, hello there.
Yeah.
I was really hoping you'd blast some magic at me. That's okay, though. All right, and then I think the entrance is the door, I should say the exit is gonna be just a little further up here. There we go. Door to Wastes of Oblivion, let's go. All right. Alrighty then, what do we got? Hi there. Oh, I missed. Easy peasy. Alright, so now I want this door. There we go. Ooh. A fun area. Cast some spells at me. Come on, cast some spells. Come on, you know you want to. Thank you. There we go. Go through here. All right. Oh, hi there. There we go. Oh, this is one of those falling doohickeys. Let's see if we can do a little thing here. Ow! Well, that did work out. That did work out the way I wanted it to. That is exactly what I wanted to have happen, so I'm not disappointed. All right, let's take some gold. Don't care for that. Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Well, you're a loss. All right. There's no falling doohickeys there. We'll go this way. Why the heck not?
Yeah.
There we go. Take that. All right, what have we got in here? Hi there. There we go. Easy enough. All right. Got a storm atronach up here. Oh, wow, that really hurt. Why did I take that? There we go. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of healing action here. Boom. Fantastic. Feeling good. All right. All right, big room. It's time for the big room. Oh, he silenced me, I think. Oh my god. There we go. Still silenced. Gotta take a potion here. I specifically need to take a restore fatigue potion. A couple of them at least. Oh, hey, look at that. I can cast again. Get fucked. These are worth taking for money. Perfect. Okay. I think that just about covers it. Oh, hi there. There we go. Get some magicka back. All right. Bum, bum. Don't care for that. All right, we're gonna do our we'll do a quick save here. And do our little rule of threes. Let's see what we got. Oh, unfortunately, I have no idea which is which, because soul trap, resist magic, fortify agility. I think. Oh shoot, I have no idea which one I just got. Okay, well, there's only one way to find out. That's what the rule of threes is for, right? I don't even really care for resist magic. But I do think that this one was probably fortify agility. So let's just double check real quick so I don't get confused. Okay, yeah, all right. It was agility, and I don't really care for agility fortifications, so. All right, see what we got this time. Resist frost. Frost damage. It's okay. But again, I don't really care for resistance. I want to absorb things. All right, we're gonna enjoy it this time because that was our third one. Nice. Very cool. Whee! Amazing. Just in time for the auroras. Perfect. Well, I'm glad we did that. Now then, before we continue, let's see if we need to do any repairs. Nice. Armor increases 76. Heck yeah. And we're getting levels with mysticism pretty darn quick, which is fantastic. Hopefully we'll hit level 30 within the next couple videos, and then we can do some work with the Mages Guild. Have we been to Fort Carmala before? Have we discovered on the map? We haven't. Maybe we should check it out. This is just on the way over. Do another little dungeon dive. Dar-Lei is in a bit of an adventurous mood, I suppose. Is he? Or does he? Well, it's not like this assignment is extremely important. You know, it's just a way to earn a little extra gold. So in the spirit of earning extra gold, let's go into Fort Carmala. Oh, hello there. Well, that's unacceptable. Let's go ahead and use a, There we go. Easy enough. Ooh, Steel Blue Antiloma. Heck yes. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, we might as well check it out since this is in the spirit of earning some extra coin, which we already have a lot of gold, to be fair. But I'd imagine that buying the decorations is going to set us back a little bit. So Why not try to earn a little bit of extra coins since we're just out here doing a job for a little extra money. Dead treasure hunter. Poor fool. All right, what are we dealing with here? Ooh. Ooh.
Die!
What? Oh shit, it's vampires. Ooh, game hitch there. Let's go ahead and use this, which, by the way, before I forget, boom. There we go. Awesome. All right, vampires. Wonderful. They do have really good stuff, don't they? We're looking for light stuff that we can easily carry. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. Ow! Hate that there's no way to avoid that shit. Oh, some rats. So look at that. Personally, I think we'll be doing them a favor by blasting them. I wonder if the idea was that the vampires were using them as a quick food source. Vegan vampires, such as it were.
To arms! To arms!
Uh-oh.
Blood! I need your blood!
Well, you're not gonna get it.
Blood!
There we go. Short Sword of Storms, and I think it's a Daedric one too. It's fairly light. I mean, relatively speaking. Oh shit. Come on, hit me with some magic. You know, you're just gonna run away like a little bitch? Somebody scared, huh? Hey, hey. Where are you? Where are you? Ah. There we go. Ebony dagger. It's pretty light. Easy enough to carry. Hard lock. Easy to open for us, considering our magical skills. I don't even know why I took the lockpicks. I don't need them. It's over here. Nice. Brief History of the Empire. I don't even remember if we finished reading all 4 volumes of Brief History of the Empire. It's like I said, it's been a little bit. I'd have to go back and check the videos, see how far I got. I don't know why I just picked up the bone meal. Force of habit. Let's go ahead and equip the torch, by the way. I just realized we've been running around here without a torch on. There we go. Let's go this way first. Aha. Okay. Nothing in there. All right, so this goes back to the entrance. Yeah. All right. Let's head back that way. Go back to that door that we skipped over. All right, let's do a quick save. That would probably be the Vampire Master. Hey, you! Of course you're Dunmer. Even more reason to take you out. Dagger of Storms. Nice. Poison of Fatigue. Take the strong poison of Separation, though. All right. Did I get infected? Let's double check. Oh, I did get infected. Okay, let's see if I've got... Yeah, I do. Sorry, just tap the mic there a little bit. Ooh, Shadow Banished Wine. Good, we've been looking for some of that, I think. Little chest here. Oh, nice. Awesome. Don't need to take the weak potions. No other chests around here. No problem. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. All right, we're going to have to run through this trap. Barely even touched us. We did not catch vampirism. Well, I mean, we did technically catch vampirism, but we cured it. We cured it very quickly, so no biggie, right? Okay. So we gotta keep heading south. I forget what St. Jan's Wort does. We don't need to do that one. Already done one Oblivion Gate this video. No need to do more than that, I think. Actor's still a weird little village. Bunch of freaks. Worshipping some mysterious old god that nobody's ever heard of. What is that? Oh, I think that's a troll. Alright, well, we'll kill it for fun. Let's take some troll fat. Alright. I like running around in first person. Or third person, I should say. Alright, well there it is. I've arrived at the entrance to Redguard Valley Cave. I should proceed inside. There's a goblin out here. Guarding it, I suppose. It's like a goblin shaman, so... There we go. Anything interesting? No, not really. Okay, cool. What did I want to just do? Let's double check and see if we need to do any repairs before we proceed. A little bit. Mostly for levels. All right, let's go into first person. Oh yeah, ogres. There be ogres, all right. Well, blast it. It's a cave boss. There we go. Bled to death or froze to death. One of the two. Possibly both. Okay. Don't really care. Don't really care. Okay, well. Let's go this way. We've got a couple different routes that we can take here. Yep. There we go. Easy enough. Take a little potion. There we go. Blast this fucker. Back up. There we go. Oh. Oh, shit. There we go. Nice. Oh, we should equip another torch, come to think of it. There we go. All right, let's see here. Let's go down here, I suppose. It's not that far off. There we go. It occurs to me. So, when we, yeah, these must be the same ogres that ransacked Weatherly, right? Ooh, Honorblade of Chorrol. I've retrieved the Honorblade of Chorrol from the ogre chieftain. This has to be the item Fathus was seeking. However, due to the nature of the item, I think someone at Castle Chorrol would be anxious to have it back. I need to decide whether to sell the weapon to Fathus or return it to the castle. Well, yeah, so anyway, it occurs to me that these are probably the same ogres that attacked Weatherly, so the ogres must have taken the Honorblade of Chorrol when they attacked. Very interesting. Very interesting. Potion of Cure Disease, I'll always take some of that. Explore the caves a little bit more while we think about what we want to do with this thing. So, speaking as a player, I know that you can get a very good shield. If you, like, I think it's fair to say you, like, the best shield in the game if you return this to, Castle Chorrol. But, question is, would Dar-Lei do that? I'm inclined to say no, especially because considering that right now Dar-Lei is trying to raise some extra funds so that when he does go ahead, when he starts to decorate his new wizard's tower, he doesn't go flat broke in the process, right? He's trying to raise just a little bit extra money so that he's got something left over afterward. Not to mention that, come on, let's be real, shields are not Dar-Lei's style. I have been making him a one-handed duelist, in a way fashioning him after myself in real life, but speaking as a real life fencer, real life swordsman, as I like to think of myself. I do HEMA. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but yeah, I do historical European martial arts. I did Olympic fencing for about half my life for the longest time, but it's a long story as to why I ended up switching over to HEMA. It's partially not so much a change of interest, more like my financial situation changed at some point. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But Dar-Lei is not a shield guy. So even if he knew that he was going to get an awesome shield as a result of this, he doesn't like shields. Not to mention that it's a heavy armor shield, and he's not interested in that. So, it is a very good shield. But it just doesn't fit the play style. It doesn't fit Dar-Lei's role-playing. I don't think it would make sense for Dar-Lei in this moment to decide to return it to the Chorrol. He doesn't really have... He's not a lawful good kind of character. I struggle. I think he's some kind of neutral. He's got to be like, I don't know. Maybe chaotic neutral. I'm not quite sure how to characterize him, truth be told. How to place his alignment. But I think returning it to Castle Chorrol is something that a lawfully good character would do. Whereas Dar-Lei is definitely not lawful good. And he has another set of goals at this moment, as it is. So, you know. On the other hand, it would probably gain him quite a bit of fame to return the blade. Imagine that. Imagine they hear that the hero of Kvatch and the Spellblade of the arena and the Spellslinger of the arena returns the storied blade to the halls of Cheydinhal, right? Chorrol, never mind. To the halls of Chorrol. Imagine that. Ooh, that also appeals to Dar-Lei. The draw of fame. His name becoming more widely known. That also appeals to him. That also appeals to Dar-Lei quite a bit, yes. That is something to consider. So it's a question of money. At this point, it's a question of money versus spreading his name further, making his name more widely known, because that bit of role playing is important as well. I hadn't considered that angle before. I hadn't considered that angle until just now. Well, what time is it? 7:17. It's still early in the day. He's got some time to mull it over. I think what we'll do is we'll visit some shops, sell off some of the things that we gained through these recent adventures of ours, and then we'll make a choice. Yeah, I hadn't considered the fame angle until just now. What is our fame at, by the way? He could be more famous. That's like his main motivation. Our fame is at 74. Yeah, we could be more famous. Definitely be more famous. I'm not sure if it's possible to max that out. I don't know what the maximum possible is with that. But yeah. You know, now that I'm talking about it out loud, now that I've talked about it out loud, I do think that the idea of becoming famous because he's doing things for these accounts, he already has a habit of doing this, right? He has this habit of, you know, he helped out at Leowin. He helped out the Count at Leowin with the whole Black Bow Bandit thing, right? Ingratiated himself in that way. He helped out the Countess of Bruma, built his fame up that way as well. So he already kind of has this habit of doing this sort of thing. So you know what? All right, that kind of settles it. I think that he'll return the Honorblade to the castle in the name of gaining a little bit more fame.
We're all in your debt for closing that Oblivion gate outside the city. Well done.
Thank you. I would like to sell some things to
weapons,
you.
I have it all. How may I help you?
Well, I've got these cool things that you may be interested in. So, for example, this Dagger of Storms is very cool. Hey! Negotiating, bargaining, dickering, haggling. They're all a means to an end. Getting the best price for your goods. You now always get the best price possible when buying and selling. Merchants now offer you the best items at their disposal. Nice. That's great. All right, let's get rid of that.
You drive a hard bar.
Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
That's more than I used.
It's just taking up space in our inventory in virtue of its very existence. Let's get rid of these. I still have to store away my light raiment of valor. I don't know why I'm hanging on to this. Yeah, I know. I'm not getting any money for those. That's okay, though. I don't mind. Okay, let's see here. Get rid of the potion of sickness.
You drive
Don't
a
care for
hard
those.
bargain.
I know I do.
That's a fair,
Get rid of that.
a good price for a good customer.
Who cares?
You got a great deal there.
I don't know. Don't really care too much for him. I can get rid of him.
That's a fair deal.
I thought so too. I feel like
That's more. That's a fair deal.
strong potion of burning. Get rid of that.
That's a fair deal.
We'll hang on to the vampire dust. Yeah, we'll hang on to it. I've got my reasons. Out of character reasons. Metagaming a little bit. That's okay. Get rid of the fire salts. Get rid of some of the void salts. Gonna keep on. Hold on to 3 again. Metagaming a little bit. You'll see why. Get rid of the troll fat. I'll get rid of the Daedra hearts. They're heavy as hell.
You made a good bit of gold.
I know. I'm really good at this. Okay, let's see here. Hang on to that. I want to do it. I want to do a thing with books. Actually, truth be told. So, we got some really good stuff here. Yeah.
A fine That's a good. That's more. And a good price for a. That's more than I use. That's a good.
Nice. Okay. Let's get rid of some of these gems.
A fine transaction.
Nice. Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, I didn't even bother to check what.
Pleasure to
Just
be seeing you.
occurred to me. I didn't even bother to check what the hell I got. All right, what did we get? I ended up with resist frost anyway. Oh, that's so fucking funny. All right. Hey, Mercantile got up to 100. Hell yeah. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So like I said, I made my decision. We're going to return the Honorblade in the name of increasing our fame. You know. Dar-Lei isn't doing this out of the kindness of his heart. He's doing this so that he can be more famous. Again, he's kind of self-absorbed like that. And the way he figures, like, by helping out the royalty, the nobility of
Look at the muscles on you.
Cyrodiil,
I take it you
he'll
want
become
something?
famous faster. I
Well,
think
what
that's
is it?
kind of his thinking. Anyway. Oh, you're the one I'm returning it to. Hello, Laith Waverick.
Hello, I'm Laith Waverick, the Chief Herald and Countess Valga's attendant. Welcome to Chorrol.
Thank you. Tell me a little bit about the Countess.
The Countess is in attendance. Proper etiquette is expected.
I don't know what that means. Tell me a little bit about. I deal in deeds, not frivolous words. Tell me a little bit about Chorrol.
Did you hear about Reynald Germain's long-lost twin brother returning to Chorrol? Now I hear there's a stranger in town asking about them. A dark elf. From back east, they say. I wonder what he wants.
From back east. From back east. Does he mean that in the sense of like he comes from like from the eastern part of Cyrodiil, or does he or literally from Morrowind? I don't know. Interesting. All right, at any rate, I've got something you may be interested in.
Many years ago, when the Count was still alive, a daring thief stole the ancient Honorblade of Chorrol from out of this castle. Why?
Well, it just so happens that I recovered it.
This is incredible. I never thought to see this sword again. How did you... Never mind. One should not look a gift horse in the mouth.
You're absolutely
Please
right.
accept my thanks on behalf of the people of Chorrol for restoring this sword and the honor of our city. As a token of our gratitude, I bestow upon you a symbol of honor and heroism.
Heroism.
The Scutcheon of Chorrol. You've done a great service to Chorrol, and you should be proud.
Yes, yes, yes.
Fare thee well.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the shield. It is actually it's a very good shield. It fortifies your endurance and gives you damage reflection. Truth be told, it does look pretty badass. Does look pretty cool. Yeah. It is a very good shield. We're not going to use it just because, like I said, Dar-Lei is more of a duelist. That's how I kind of conceive of him. It's more of a one-handed kind of guy. But I think we're going to end things here. We'll take a seat here to do our reading for the day as we kind of close things out. Now, the question is, what are we going to read? Like I said, I don't know if I read the last volume of Brief History of the Empire. Let's see here. Let's... No, this doesn't look familiar to me. All right, so we'll go ahead and read it. A Brief History of the Empire, Part 4, by Stronach Cathoj III, Imperial Historian. The first book of this series described, in brief, the first 8 emperors of the Septim Dynasty, beginning with Tiber I. The second volume described the War of the Red Diamond, and the 6 emperors who followed. The third volume described the troubles of the next 3 emperors, the frustrated Uriel IV, the ineffectual Sepphoris II, and the heroic Uriel V. On Uriel V's death across the sea in distant hostile Akavir, Uriel VI was but 5 years old. In fact, Uriel VI was born only shortly before his father left for Akavir. Uriel V's only other progeny, by a more gonadic alliance, were the twins Morahatha and Eloisa, who had been born a month after Uriel V left. Uriel VI was crowned in the 290th year of the Third Era. The imperial consort Thonica, as the boy's mother, was given a restricted regency until Uriel VI reached his majority. The Elder Council retained the real power, as they had ever since the days of Catariah I. The council so enjoyed its unlimited and unrestricted freedom to promulgate laws and generate profits that Uriel VI was not given full license to rule until 307, when he was already 22 years old. He had been slowly assuming positions of responsibility for years, but both the council and his mother, who enjoyed even her limited regency, were loath to hand over the reins. By the time he came to the throne, the mechanisms of government gave him little power except for that of the imperial veto. This power, however, he regularly and vigorously exercised. By 313, Uriel VI could boast with conviction that he truly did rule Tamriel. He utilized defunct spy networks and guard units to bully and coerce the difficult members of the Elder Council. His half-sister, Morahatha, was, not surprisingly, his staunchest ally, especially after her marriage to Baron Ulf Gerson of Winterhold brought her considerable wealth and influence. As the sage Ugaridge said, Uriel V conquered Ezroniet, but Uriel VI conquered the Elder Council. When Uriel VI fell off a horse and could not be resuscitated by the finest imperial healers, his beloved sister Morahatha took up the imperial tiara. At 25 years of age, she had been described by, admittedly self-serving, diplomats as the most beautiful creature in all of Tamriel. She was certainly well-learned, vivacious, athletic, and a well-practiced politician. She brought the Archmagister of Skyrim to the Imperial City and created the second Imperial Battle Mage since the days of Tiber Septim. Morahatha finished the job her brother had begun and made the Imperial Province a true government under the Empress, and later the Emperor. Outside the Imperial Province, however, the Empire had been slowly disintegrating. Open revolutions and civil wars had raged unchallenged since the days of her grandfather, Sepphoris II. Carefully coordinating her counterattacks, Morahatha slowly claimed back her rebellious vassals, always avoiding overextending herself. Though Morahatha's military campaigns were remarkably successful, her deliberate pace often frustrated the council. One councilman, an Argonian who took the Colovian name of Thorocles Romus, furious at her refusal to send troops to his troubled Blackmarsh, is commonly believed to have hired the assassins who claimed her life in Third Era 339. Romus was summarily tried and executed, though he protested his innocence to the last. Morahotha had no surviving children, and Eloisa had died of a fever 4 years before. Eloisa's 25-year-old son Pelagius was thus crowned Pelagius IV. Pelagius IV continued his aunt's work, slowly bringing back under his wing the radical and refractory kingdoms, duchies, and baronies of the empire. He exercised Morahotha's poise and circumspect pace in his endeavors, but alas, he did not attain her success. The kingdoms had been free of constraint for so long that even a benign imperial presence was considered odious. Nevertheless, when Pelagius died after a notably stable and prosperous 29-year reign, Tamriel was closer to unity than it had been since the days of Uriel I. Our current emperor, His Awesome and Terrible Majesty, Uriel Septim VII, son of Pelagius IV, has the diligence of his great aunt Morahotha, the political skill of his great uncle Uriel VI, and the military prowess of his great granduncle Uriel V. For 21 years he reigned and brought justice and order to Tamriel. In the year Third Era 389, however, his imperial battle mage, Jagar Tharn, betrayed him. Uriel VII was imprisoned in a dimension of Tharn's creation, and Tharn used his sorcery of illusion to assume the Emperor's aspect. For the next 10 years, Tharn abused imperial privilege, but did not continue Uriel VII's schedule of reconquest. It is not yet entirely known what Tharn's goals and personal accomplishments were during the 10 years he masqueraded as his liege lord. In Third Era 399, an enigmatic champion defeated the battle mage in the dungeons of the Imperial Palace and freed Uriel VII from his other dimensional jail. Since his emancipation, Uriel VII has worked diligently to renew the battles that would reunite Tamriel. Tharn's interference broke the momentum, it is true, but the years since then have proven that there is hope of the golden age of Tiber Septim's rule, glorifying Tamriel once again. Very interesting read. So that gets us caught up to the more or less the present day of Tamriel. Keep all that stuff in mind as we go through Morrowind and Skyrim, by the way, in case, I don't know if you guys watch those series as well, but keep that stuff in mind. Is that, the idea that he's going to usher in a golden age of imperial rule is somewhat, we can see how well that worked out by the time Skyrim rolls around, right? And you can see more when not everybody is satisfied with imperial rule. So yeah, it's just interesting stuff to think about. Now I'd say more, but I do have to cut things short here. I really need to use the bathroom. So thanks so much for joining me. Till the next episode, I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.